everyone, Joe here from ActionX. Welcome to What's in the Tube, or welcome back. If this is your 6th Reacher Season 3 episode review, hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying safe out there in the big old world. Yeah, I have nothing much else to say. Once again, the power of my ingenuity is that I was literally about halfway done with the episode review, and my computer shuts off. But not because something was wrong with my computer, because I apparently forgot to hit record. So the entire first half of the review was never recorded. So I was just sitting to a camera in the middle of my set, just talking away. So I'm just like, yep, I don't know the definition of getting good sleep anymore. I really don't know. But yeah, no, here we are. We're approaching the tail end of Reacher. We're now officially in the final 3 episodes of the season, and it's bittersweet, of course. Obviously, to say goodbye again to this character for a little bit. Thankfully, we have Neagley coming out early next year at some point. We also have season 4 on the way, which, if I remember correctly, should start shooting this summer. So, I mean, we're not done with the universe. Thankfully, it's just very much like one of those. I love when we have it, and then when we don't have it, it sucks. And yeah, so with that being said, yeah, no, I'm gonna very much miss the show when we're off the air again. But at least this episode, it really kept me on my toes. It really kept me engaged. It tempered with expectations a little bit, and I feel like that worked out for the betterment of the show. To always not allow people to get too comfortable on certain things, and I think that worked out with this episode particularly. And I want to say that. That I'm so far this season's tracking to be my most favorite season of the 3 so far, and I'm just very curious to see how they're going to wrap up the ship. But right now, considering how things are positioned, I do believe they have the makings of possibly ending it off correctly. That's just in my honest opinion about it. But with all that being said, let's go for the Butcher recap and talk about this week's episode of Reacher. We pick up where we left off last time. Reacher, Kirk, Paulie, everyone that was at the house are arriving in Quinn's operation as Reacher's expecting, okay, do I kill him or do I kill him? Sadly, he chooses not to kill him as soon as Quinn shows up, he immediately starts talking about where's the dress? I just ordered the dress. Can someone get that over to me? This redhead needs it. And once Reacher hears that, he knows, okay, yeah, I can't kill him. The girl's still alive. I gotta do what Duffy needs me to do. So I'll hold back my frustrations a little while longer. So yes, I think from there so Quinn officially meets Reacher, but he doesn't remember him at all. He has a short-term amnesia from that night. So thankfully, Reacher's identity is safe for now. But for how much longer, who really knows? But he does start to praise Reacher for all the work that he has done for the organization in the past few days, even kind of bad-mouthing Kirk. If it wasn't for Reacher, you would be dead already. Your entire front would be over. I wouldn't care. But, because of this man, you're still safe. So he has Reacher and Paulie kind of be his muscle as they head over to... Not again with this wall. I swear to God, this wall has fallen apart so many times in the last 3 months, and the only reason why because there's no support on this, so that's just great. Okay, I give up on that for now. If it falls, it falls. Where do we go from there? Yeah, so one of the buyers for Quinn's operation comes over. He's very disappointed at him because the big shipment that they were waiting on has not showed up yet because of all these changes in the tide and weather overseas, but he doesn't care. He's like, I want my purchase then. This is the only way my clients do business. You figure it out. And, obviously Quinn's under a deadline right now to get this all done. He relieves Reacher to take Kirk back to the mansion while he Paulie, and the other subordinates continue on with their business. Reacher conversing with Kirk about just this individual, about about how he is and how he operates business, and just yeah, no, this guy can be a scary motherfucker, but the clients are also scary motherfuckers, so it's the right business to be in. It's just, sadly, he's the main boss. I'm just the guy that, I'll fix that later. But anyway, so where do we go from there? Yeah, even Reacher kind of notices, yeah, no, Quinn seems to like me. He's been praising me a lot since I saw him in the last hour. Duffy and the other agent are overwatching the whole operation, trying to make sure they're keeping an eye on Quinn, since that's the big fish right now for them to follow and make sure that they pursue forward on this. Yeah, so Reacher and Kirk head back to the house. Reacher heads over to the Gulfs, where he finds the son just kind of chilling out there, kind of looking beyond the distance. Reacher inviting him to, like, hey, you know what, let's go into town. Let's finish up the birthday shopping, and then kind of, head back after that. So they head over to town. Reacher calls over Duffy to have a one-on-one to kind of have a catch up a little bit on how things have went, letting her know that thankfully the meeting went well, of course, and that he's in, at least in no suspicion in regards to Quinn right now, and that he does confirm to her, yes, she's still alive, she's safe somewhere. It is recent, so wherever she is, they're gonna try and find her. But that's why he mostly kept Quinn alive, to like still have that avenue of opportunity for him to kind of go find her. Duffy's happy about this, that at least there's a glimmer of hope that there is still some light at the end of this tunnel for this case. And that's all we can really hope for, is just to continue the undercover op and just hope to God that everything works out from there. And then for some weird, unforeseen reason, Duffy just immediately leans in for a kiss to Reacher, and him kind of just taking it, just like, yeah, this is not what I was expecting. What are you doing? Obviously, then Duffy suddenly turns a 90-degree turn and like, why did you kiss me? And I'm just like, well, what the Reacher didn't even move at all. You moved, and I'm just, I don't know. So they're in the middle of bickering while the senior officer comes back over, and Reacher gets mad at Duffy because, like, I only needed you here. I didn't want to raise awareness because now the kid is behind them, and he sees what's going on, and it's like, well, shit. There goes my cover. Reacher takes the kid back to the mansion as the kid's obviously, baffled and asking so many questions, like, who are you? What's going on? Like, what the heck is going on? And then eventually Reacher just pulls over, gives him the lowdown. Like, yeah, we tried to figure kidnapping to you so I can get inside your father's organization. So, which worked out. So, there you go. Bob's your uncle. As the kid kind of, just like is baffling him, just like, what does he do now? And obviously he's just kind of weighing his options of like, well, he's not really in the right environment right now to be living in. Again, his dad is kind of being kept under thumb and key. There's a bunch of people with guns. There's Paulie. There's Quinn. He ain't never going to get away from this. So, like, he kind of has no choice but to kind of, just let freeing birds lie right now with that whole thing. I want to say from there, where do we go from here? I'm trying to remember exactly. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly, by the time they get back to the house, as they're about to get fitted for tuxedos, he does have an opportunity to say something, but he decides to let it pass over and just let it be between them for the time being. So Reacher still has his cover intact. I want to say this is kind of where I get lost a little bit of like, do we get a scene between Duffy and the other agent? I don't believe so. I think we just cut back. We continue onwards with Reacher as much as things have been going well on his front. Sadly, the recent pickup activities on Quinn overseas because of Reacher has started to get picked up traction on them to the point where he had to send out people to take care of these individuals. The army officer, the other special investigator that helped out Reacher at the very beginning of the episode, the season, gets founded and caught by two of Quinn's associates, while another two associates were about to head over to Neely's place of business while she's having a night shift. And thankfully, Neely takes them out with ease. Not really much of an issue. And as for the other individual, sadly, he gets beat up, interrogated, like, of what else he might know about Reacher. But sadly, well, not Reacher directly, more like of the recent reasons why he's looked into things. And when the goons kind of confirmed to Quinn, like, yeah, no, this guy ain't budging. We ain't going to get nothing out of him. He's just like, okay, just cut off his tongue, let him bleed out, call it a day. And I'm just like, Jesus. Like, what kind of sadistic person are you to do that? Like, I don't know. Like, this man being on the face of the earth is just like a big old question mark in my books. So meanwhile, yeah. So like I said, Neely takes care of the other hitmen, keeping one alive, letting Reacher know what's going on, kind of filling him in that Quinn's on their tail right now. Whether he knows directly about Reacher or not, he's on their tail right now. Even during the middle of this, Neely just enjoying a bowl of cereal while she watches the one of the hitmen that's bleeding out in front of her, just like begging, just please I just need an ambulance. Just let me go. And she's like, I'll call you an ambulance, but they ain't gonna get here in 5 minutes. You about to be dead in one. Which I'm just like, damn legally. You hold no issues with this. So from there, I'm going to say we get over to, where do we go from there? Yeah, so Reacher gets almost made. He starts to make preparations to leave. By that time, Quinn and Paulie return back to the house, mad at Kirk because he found that, like, I had two individuals look up my credentials that were both part of the special investigator. How the hell did you piss them off? And then Kirk's like, wait, the special investigators? That's the same division that Reacher was from when we did our background check on him. So once everything starts clicking into place, Quinn orders Paulie to go kill him upstairs. However, by the time Paulie goes upstairs, Reacher already left. He's already dashing through the property. He goes into the garage, taking the plow of all things to ram through the entire household with Paulie just like. I'm pretty sure Paulie just wants to beat him up right now. We're gonna get that moment. We're just quite not there yet. We're just really not there yet. So thankfully, Reacher manages to get away from the whole situation. He calls up Duffy once he gets a few miles out of the house just to let her know, like, yep, his cover got made. They're after him right now, and he's just trying to get back out there. However, sadly, a few of Quinn's more minor goons manages to start to surround Reacher as he goes into the nearby forest, going all commando style, like putting on dirt over him to hide his scent. And I'm just like, dude, if there's something you're not telling us, Reacher, you might as well tell us now, because, like, I don't know how you do it. I really, really don't know. Also, I feel like every time he does one of these things, he's just slowly auditioning for Batman, which I'm just like, this is the role the man wants. I'm just like, just give it to him. Just give it to him by this point. He fits the bill. He does fit the bill. I can see him as Bruce Wayne. Where do we go from there? I think from there, I want to say so Reacher manages to take down everyone with ease. Some very simplistic ways. One of them being like he takes one of the motorcades, getting the wrench that's like right in front of it and hooking it around one of the shooters as it kind of drags him back to the vehicle and slowly choking him out. Which I'm just like, damn, Reacher, like, do you not hold any sympathy or anything? Because, like, that was just like a damn ass moment. Where do we go from there? So yeah, Reacher manages to escape, walks into town, immediately goes into like kind of this pseudo mom and pop type of shop, literally, and just kind of like says, "Would you two be willing to close early?" And I'm just like, damn. Paulie arrives to the scene, seeing everyone dead around him. He tries to find him in town, but sadly, thankfully, Reacher manages to hide out at this very old, nice, sweet couple's place of business as they wash his clothes for free. They help him wipe off, and they give him a nice hot cup of tea, which I'm just like, I'm pretty sure that Reacher is like the son they never had. That's kind of like the vibes they get off of the scene right now. Duffy manages to successfully pick up Reacher as they return back to their holding area. As I'm assuming this is going to happen, the senior officer calls his wife, letting her know that, hey, the case is almost over. I'll be back home soon enough, and I will be done. I will be cooking you every dinner, every day of the week going forward. And I'm just like, the way you say that is just like, I have a feeling you're going to die. But we'll cut to more about that later on. Back at the house, Quinn obviously gets disappointed that Paulie and the others were not able to kill Reacher. So as substitution, he brings down Kirk's son to play a game of the same game of roulette that he did with Reacher and the first episode, doing the same regard. Obviously, Kirk tries to defuse the situation. However, Quinn's not having it. He's just like, nope, like, this is going to happen now. I've been burned so many times in the last few days that this is going to happen. If your son dies, that's your punishment. And if he doesn't die, well, I guess he's just a lucky saint. So he gives the revolver to him, resetting it, and then allowing him to kind of shoot on command. Sadly, however, for Quinn, it does not... Okay, I gotta fix that eventually. So Reacher... not Reacher. eventually the kid kind of goes like full on balls down moment where like he starts like shooting 3 times in a row. Thankfully nothing hits, and Quinn just gets a little mad over it because like, you know, it's not what he wants. Apparently he just wants to cut off the other ear to make it even, which I'm just like, damn, my dude, you already cut off his ear as a kid. You want to do it again? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I mean, serious, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? We cut back over to the DEA team with Reacher as they're kind of like, you know, reassessing their parameters right now. Now that Reacher's covers got made, they really got no real leads anymore into the organization. What's going on with their the kidnapped CI? We don't know what's going on with the deal. Like, they have officially started back from square one. They really did not accomplish much. They actually lost more. They lost the other agent. They lost a lot of ground. A lot of people died, and like, you know, they don't have anything to show for it right now. All they did was just successfully get Reacher in. They confirmed it from a witness standpoint, but they need the actual golden clinch to solve this matter. Which again, it does suck, but again, that's just the reality of their case right now. Where do we go from there? Yeah, so there's not much they can do. So like they only have one real bet right now to progress forward with this, which is, I believe they get a lead that there is a boat around the docks that is kind of, I don't know how they figured it out. I can't recall how exactly they do it, but so Reacher and Duffy head out there, putting on wetsuits to go through the river without compromising their actual clothes. They get in on the boat. And when they get inside, it does confirm the girl was there, but it just got moved over. And then that's when the moment when one of Quinn's men shows up. It's the bearded guy that was with them last episode. He shows up immediately. Duffy just needs to release her anger right now, so she takes most of the fight to him, managing to win. Reacher taking one of those those lure poles, like stabbing it through his foot to kind of keep him occupied as Reacher starts to set fire to the boat. And they interrogate him, like, what's going on? Like, where things are standing? And they just confirm what everyone else knows. Like, yeah, Quinn has basically upended the whole operation because, you know, he doesn't know who to trust. So all he can do right now is internally, you know, figure out what's what. That's all he can really do right now. They try to get more information out of him, but it doesn't really work. He doesn't have anything else to share. And they just both kind of, you know, realize, okay, well, if he doesn't know shit, no reason to keep him alive, so let's just, you know, jump aboard and then just let him, you know, let the captain go down with his ship, basically. So they escape as the boat kind of, you know, explodes, and the two manage to safely get away using that guy's motorboat as they return back to the other side where they start to redress. Reacher gets notices that she's sneaking a peek at his dick again, and I'm just like, it's going to be next episode. We're going to get all those sexual frustrations of Duffy out of the way next episode, I could tell. As sadly, they don't have any more leads, you know. That was their last shot to get the girl at least, and sadly, they weren't able to. So now, like, once again, they're kind of stuck at the ground zero again. Like, what do we do now? Like, what can we realistically do? The cover's blown. We don't have really anything to show for it. We have no major evidence. And Reacher's like, well, I guess we got no choice. We're going to LA. And I'm just like, what the hell is in LA? But we don't know. But we'll find out next week, because that was it for this week's episode of Reacher. I really like the fact that they actually decided to upend Reacher's undercover assignment now. Like, this could have just very well been just episode 7, kept it going a little while longer, maybe just see Reacher and Quinn bond for a bit. Not in that regard, but more like have Reacher having to be undercover to have to bond with it, basically. So upending that now was, I think, necessary. I think it definitely does bring a little bit more elevation to the whole case itself. Like, now everyone's on edge, and now it's just kind of a matter of like, how are they going to, like, you know, bring this to a close, considering the fact their planned motives are not working out per se anymore. So now for sure they're trying to figure out, like, okay, so now we're really on the doorstep right now, and there's a lot of things they could still be doing. I do also know I forgot there was one thing I mentioned, that they could have a new informant in the kid, that could be their only angle to play with right now, and they still need someone on the inside. Which, will he actually do it? I'm not sure. This guy probably is ready to, like, kind of spill the beans at any moment, so I'm not really holding my breath to that. But it was also nice to see Neagley back, get a moment in this episode to discuss whether or not it was related to her upcoming series or not. That's still very much a big question mark. I'm sorry. I'm just making sure the audio levels are good. They are. But you know, like I said, I just really enjoyed this episode a lot. I say a lot. I don't know why I do, but nevertheless, you know, this season so far impressed me on all levels. Like this episode kind of just solidified to me this probably will be the best season of Reacher so far. It just kind of depends how they do the final fights. That's kind of all I'm really waiting about. Like how do they really land the ship right now with everything going on? I feel like there's still more to come. Again, I haven't read the book, so I'm not 100% certain how it's going to end, and I'm very excited to see how this case will end, because like now that, you know, Reacher's out of the undercover spiel, now he can finally be fully himself again around every one of them, and I'm just very excited to see him finally start to kick some ass. And just really waiting for that versus Paulie fight. That's all I'm waiting for. That's all I got left for the season to look forward to, really. But until then, I'm giving this episode 2 thumbs up. Let me know down below what you think of this week's episode of Reacher. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I would love to have a conversation with you about it. But I believe that's going to do it for me today, everyone. So I don't know where this has been. What's the 2 from ActionX, reviewing every episode of the 3rd season of Reacher. If you want to know what we're doing normally, what's the 2 besides our Reacher episode reviews. Right now, we are doing Suits LA episode reviews each and every Sunday nights after brand news is on NBC. We are doing Rookie episode reviews each and every Tuesday nights after brand news is on ABC. And normally, we would be doing Madlock reviews every Thursday nights after a new episode on CBS. However, that one particularly is on hiatus for a few weeks. So starting next week, Reacher will be moving in to the Thursday time slot. You will be getting these episode reviews a day early. And just to wrap it up, as we're reaching the tail end, next week will be your episode 7 review. The week after that, your season finale review. And then I believe the last week before Madlock comes back, you will get your season 4 predictions video before we move into the following week back to its Friday time slot with our season 3 review, definitive edition. So stay tuned for that. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, favorite, share if you want to. Ring that bell and follow us on social media. But until we see each other again, thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And as always, peace out.